Well, the temperatures are warming back up today already, well into the 80s, briefly cooler tomorrow, but we're in for a May heat wave. Temperatures are going to be consistently 80 plus Sunday into much of next week, but a pattern change is ahead. Another frosty start for northeastern Minnesota. Several places below freezing. Hibbing dipped to 27. Grand Marais was below freezing as well. Not as many sites up there below freezing this morning. And temperatures are already soaring this morning. We're going to be seeing highs in the low to mid 80s here across central and southern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities. But a weak cool front, as advertised, is sweeping across the state. Right now it's across northwestern Minnesota. Broken band of clouds with that and a wind shift, but it is going to be just enough to maybe touch off an isolated shower or thunderstorm. For northern Minnesota, a couple of midday sprinkles, but as it gets into southern Minnesota, Twin Cities by evening with that peak heating of the day, we could see one or two brief downpours out of that. But if you do get that, consider yourself pretty lucky. These showers are going to be very isolated, not a lot of moisture to work with. But what the front will bring is some smoke. Yeah, we're already looking at the first bout of wildfire smoke of the season coming from wildfires in western Manitoba. Minnesota Pollution Control Agency monitoring that. It is going to be a brief window, probably just a few hours of mainly elevated smoke, but we can see it on satellite imagery here. This smoke is coming from some fires in northwest Manitoba that are already going, where of course things are not green quite up there yet. And the modeled forecast smoke plume does bring it into the Twin Cities by the evening hours. This is 11 p.m. So a couple of hours of some brief smoke, but then it'll kind of dissipate in the overnight hours. And temperatures tomorrow, just a little cooler. You're not going to notice much of a difference. Upper 70s to near 80 still. Well, northern Minnesota will be in the 60s and 70s, but Sunday, we're already back roaring here, well into the 80s. Mid to upper 80s, Twin Cities. Low 90s probably in western Minnesota. I think we're going to see several places in the 90-degree category, and temperatures that are going to be 20 to 30 degrees above normal on Sunday. Just very warm for this early in May especially. Now, end of May can get hot, but the first half of May usually does not see temperatures like this. So several records could fall across the state. All those areas that are boxed in there are potential record highs. Combined with something we haven't seen much of this week, wind, creating potential fire conditions. We have a fire weather watch for Sunday that could become a red flag warning. We're going to have low relative humidity values, 15 to 25%. We've had that many of the afternoons this week with just not a lot of moisture, these hot sunny days, but the component that's been missing is the wind. That's going to change Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Windy days here, 10 to 20, even close to 30 mile an hour sustained winds in western Minnesota. Gusts will be over 30 miles an hour. So that's the missing component that will create the potential fire danger that we're going to be watching for here. And that overall upper level ridge of heat stays with us through the middle of the week, but finally, this big trough in the west is going to kick that east, and that's going to set us up for a bit of a stormier or at least unsettled pattern. Already Wednesday night, the first chance of some showers and thunderstorms develops into Thursday and Thursday night. This is our next real best chance of any rainfall. And after this warm, dry stretch, we're going to definitely need that rain. Already running up some deficits here. So hopefully that rain pans out by Thursday. 85 though today. Again, an isolated shower or a thunder shower this evening, probably in that 6 to 8 p.m. time frame for the Twin Cities area. Again, very few and far between, but there are going to be a couple of them around. 78 tomorrow, beautiful Saturday, lots of sun, still light winds, but Sunday it gets windy and hot, kind of like a blast furnace. A dry heat though, upper 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday probably. But by Wednesday, we're going to start to see those dew points increase into at least the 50s because we're going to start to get into more of that southwest to northeast oriented upper level flow that allows some of that Gulf moisture to slowly move north. That combined with the next couple of ripples in the atmosphere means that we will see finally the chance of some showers and thunderstorms that we of course desperately will need by late next week.